everybody, welcome back to Wrestling with My Opinion. Again, my name is Frank. If you like wrestling content here on YouTube, then this is definitely one of the channels for you. This is from a fan, for the fan. News, reviews, reaction to events, and just overall opinion. So click that subscribe button, give the video a like, and drop me a comment. I love chatting back and forth with folks. You can also find me on Twitter at MyPWOpinion. Love chatting back and forth on there as well. Before I get into today's topic, I want to give a shout out to Take It Home TV and my man Jimmy J. Guy puts out some good content over there on his channel. Head over there to Take It Home TV and check out Jimmy J. He's entertaining and covers a multitude of different types of events, from the big promotions to the little. And he's really, again, he's a nice guy and he's super entertaining. So give him a chance. Today we're talking about Fight for the Fallen. First and foremost, the event in general. I think the event in general was good, and it served its purpose. Its purpose was to raise money for victims of gun violence. Its purpose was not to advance AEW. Its purpose was not to advance all the storylines in AEW and set up All Out, although that's what a lot would like to believe and complain about, but that was not its intent. So it was successful in its intent, although there was some advancing of storylines and things with this event. Now, all that being said, some really solid matches across the board. If I had to pick a weak match, I would say it was probably Brandy versus Allie. Hate to say that. Allie looked better in this match. Brandy really didn't look up to snuff. They were able to help cover that a little bit by having Awesome Kong out there, having a little bit of a beatdown after Brandy wins on Allie, and having Aja Kong come out. Possibly setting up a tag team match for All Out is what I would anticipate. If you do that, needs to be on the pre-show, just saying. Now, Sonny Kiss had a pre-show match against the Librarian, the Guy Librarian. Match was good, it was solid. Sonny Kiss is a highly entertaining guy, and he's very athletic, so you can't take anything out of that match, or away from that match, I'm sorry. The SCU versus Lucha Brothers match, the athleticism was on full display. Tons of awesome high spots, including Christopher Daniels getting involved and then thrown out, which was actually really fun. That, of course, ends with Lucha Brothers getting the victory and then climbing a ladder with a microphone and challenging the Young Bucks to a match at All Out, which is going to put them in a ladder match. So that's going to be a highly entertaining and fun match to watch when we get to All Out. So keep your eyes open for that one. And I personally feel like this will be where the Lucha Brothers start to get their wins back. Now, a few other little tidbits. Britt Baker in her match, of course, she was in a tag match along with Bea Priestley and Riho. And Nakajima, I think, was the other young lady's name. Unfortunately, Britt suffered a concussion. This had her disoriented. She ran to the wrong corner for a hot tag. Kind of gathered herself, ran back to the correct corner, got the hot tag done. But the point of bringing this up was the concussion side of it. Don't want to see anybody get a concussion, period. Hopefully she's going to be just fine. But that is why that happened. I know some people were kind of making fun of it, I think, prior to knowing that she had a concussion. But still, if you don't know it and you're watching it and you think that's funny, then stop and think about it. Well, she was injured. She had a concussion. She was disoriented. The other side, bad thing coming out was MJF. He apparently suffered some type of elbow injury. Do not know how severe. Hopefully this doesn't affect him going into All Out. We'll have to see in the coming days and weeks. The main event with the Young Bucks and the Rhodes Brothers was fun. It was entertaining. They didn't hold back. They did some really cool stuff throughout. Maybe a little long for my taste, but that would be my only critique on it. But all in all, it was great. They were able, after that match, to present the $150,000 check, which is what this event was really all about. So, a little bit of an odd ending to the actual show, where they wanted to let Kenny Omega bid adieu, but of course he usually does the bang like with a gun, being what they were there for. They didn't want to do that. He creatively switched it over to goodbye and smooch, boing. which was kind of funny but a little awkward. But it got done, and you know what? For what it was, I have no complaints about that. All in all, the event was great. I'm not covering every match in detail here. That's not what I'm here to do on this one. Just trying to touch on some of the news and notes coming out of it. And really, like I said, the main thing is the 2 injuries that were documented coming out of it. Now we're off and running. We're headed into All Out. One thing I don't want to skip over, and I apologize for doing so, is the Kenny Omega and Shima match. If you don't get to watch the rest of the show, go back and watch the replay and watch that match, because that match was match of the night, without a doubt. And Kenny gets his first victory as a singles in AEW. So you got to go back and watch that match. It was excellent. But all in all, wonderful show. I had a ton of fun. I watched it as a fan. Am I entertained by most of the show? If the answer is yes, then it's a success. If the answer is no, then it's not a success. Well, it was yes. I was entertained throughout this show. Now we're on to Extreme Rules. We'll see how that goes. I think they'll actually pull off a good show tonight with when Extreme Rules happens. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see where that goes. I know they announced some new some added matches over the last couple days. I'm also going to go back and watch the Evolve event, and I'm going to go back and watch New Japan and watch the advancement of Climax G1. Just tons and tons of stuff going on in the rest of the world. There's never been a better time to be a fan. Speaking of being a fan, be a fan of my channel. Click on that subscribe button, like the video, throw me some comments, share it with all your friends. Let's grow this thing together. Let's have some fun. And in the end, let's just be entertained and watch some pro wrestling. Thank you, guys.